I'm going to show you how to do an I-cord bind off. This is my beginning of round marker, and here I have my two strands held together. The first thing we're going to need to do is cast on some stitches, and I'd like to do this with the knitted cast on. So we're going to go ahead and cast on 2 stitches. And now we're going to begin our I-cord. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to take our number 15 double point needle, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to knit the first 2 stitches I just cast on. Now, because this is our first row, we're going to go ahead and knit the next 2 stitches together. Now, the way you make any I-cord, we're going to go ahead and slide our needles to the other end of the double point needle, and we're going to go ahead and knit the first 2 stitches. Now, the way you do an I-cord bind off is you take this 3rd stitch and you knit it together with the first stitch on your live needle. Now, the way I really like to do this, here's my 3 I-cord stitches, here's my live needle. I like to go ahead and slide that first live stitch off so it's on my needle ready and waiting. Push your stitches to the other end of your double point, knit the first 2 stitches the way you normally would, and now knit 2 together. Now I'm going to go ahead and purlwise scoop off my next live stitch, slide my stitches down, knit the first 2, and then I'm going to knit 2 together. Scoop one off my live needle, slide them down, knit the first 2, and then knit the last 2 together. Slide one off, push them down, knit 2 together, or rather knit the first 2 stitches, and knit 2 together. And let me do one more. Slide it off, knit the first 2 stitches, and knit 2 together. And I'm going to show you what we have here. If you rotate your needle around and look at the top of the bag, you can start to see the beginning of the I-cord bind off, and that is what it should look like. There's going to be some holes along here, and that's fine. Now, when you get to the very last stitch, go ahead, put it on your double point needles. That will be the stitch all the way over here. Work the first 2 stitches the way you have been, just knit them. Knit the last stitch together, and now you have no more stitches. The only stitches you have left are on your double points. Go ahead and work one more row, and what this row will allow you to do is to bring it over in front of this when you go to bind off. Now, you can weave it together any way you want to. You can see how there's a beginning of row sort of loop here. You can tug that through and secure it down behind when you bind off and you weave in your yarn. So this extra row you do, you're going to go ahead and cover up the very first row that you did. And when it folds, you're never going to see it anyway. So that's what we're going to do to bind off the tote bag.